Welcome. It's an amazing day, I must say. Today we're ready to warm the bench or the seat. There's no bench here, there is seat. Today we're ready to warm the seat and make it hot. But if it's not hot by the end of today, we're going to make it hotter. Just relax. We have an amazing soul. Of course, you know me with amazing because I have amazing friends. We have an amazing soul here. And he's in that category of people I envy so much. Yeah. People that are devoted to their work. We have Emmy C Breakthrough. Yes, he really came through today. Welcome, Emmy C.
Thank you very much.
How are you today?
I'm okay. Good
How are you feeling?
I'm feeling good, man. I'm fine.
You're fine.
Yeah,
are you sure?
Yes.
Okay. Tell us who you really are.
Okay. My full name is Emmanuel Chukwebuka Breakthrough Mbajiofo.
Chero, be coming down. Let's get it here. Your full name is Emmanuel Chukwebuka Breakthrough
Mbajiofo.
Yeah, I really want to get that breakthrough from there.
Okay.
So why did you pick that name? Because I'm sure your parents didn't really name you Breakthrough.
They didn't.
Okay.
Actually, they didn't. But when I started pursuing my career, which is music, and I needed a breakthrough.
Okay.
In what I'm doing. They say names follow
people,
the bearer.
yeah.
So I just had to pick. I had to prayerfully pick Breakthrough because it's the best name for
your career,
for my career.
So
okay. I even had to cut it short. Emmy C Breakthrough. So that's where the name comes from.
You see,
yeah.
I know we're going to learn a lot. He said prayerfully pick. Yeah. How is that going with you so far?
Smooth, although there are some ups and downs, which is normal.
Yeah.
You understand? But you have a picture of where you are heading to, and that's the best motivation. The picture of where you are heading to.
It's more like setting a goal, right? Yeah. Okay. Would you say it's because of how you were raised?
How I was raised really, had a major role to play.
How was that?
In choosing my career. Actually, while growing up, we were born and raised a bit in Anambra State, Onitsha.
Okay.
So we had to relocate to Enugu in 2003.
Okay.
So that was after my mom's demise.
Oh, sorry.
So we had to relocate to Enugu, and I completed my primary school here in Enugu. And because of the closeness with my mom, I was a bit depressed because of her passing. And I had friends then, I had family members, but it was majorly music that, consoled me during that time. I was battling depression. So I discovered I loved music, anything music, no matter where it's coming from. I loved music, and I was like, since I hear make a career, make a living of what you love.
Okay.
I had to, since I love music, okay, let's make a career out of it since I enjoy it. Okay. So let's make a career out of it. So,
was it challenging then?
Very, very challenging, seriously. You had to go through several trainings, vocal training, learning any musical instrument because it helps in composing music. Going for rehearsals, man, it was really,
trainers, right?
I'm like really challenging, but like I said, where you are headed to
it's
keeps you going.
Important, right?
So that's just it.
But was it hard for your father to absorb? Because most parents would want their child to be doctor, lawyer, as at that year.
Okay.
Not really now. As at then, people would want their children to be lawyers, barristers. I think I said this with one of my friends before, Chima. And we got to term.
Okay.
Their parents will want their child to be a lawyer, barrister. If you say anything like music or football,
Okay.
you're a wayward child.
Okay.
Like you
I,
sorry about.
okay. Now I get the question.
Mm-hmm.
Like
So how was
challenging
it
in
for
the
him?
family
Yeah.
stuff. Okay, when we relocated to Enugu here,
Yeah.
although I didn't relocate with most of my siblings.
Okay.
I have three, other siblings.
Okay.
So it was just me that relocated to Enugu. So I was staying with my uncle and my aunt. Though my uncle was not staying with us here in Enugu, he was based back there in Lagos. So it was just I and my aunt and my cousins. So my aunt then, anything music, she'd be like, you are wasting your time. Others are talking about becoming doctors, becoming lawyers, becoming pilots, and you are talking about music. I don't want to hear music in this house again. But my aunt is a teacher, so whenever she goes to school, that becomes a platform. I even had to convert the sitting room at some point to a stage. I have, I would get mop sticks, and I will convert those cousins. They will be my backups while I'm singing. They will be singing and dancing, and most times we record most of those things. But we had to be strategic about it, because if my aunt then finds out that this is what we are converting our house to, man,
and even getting the children involved,
I'm telling you, it's going to be hell. So I think even going for rehearsals, telling her I'm going for rehearsals, so she'll be like, what kind of rehearsals? You say music rehearsals, man, that's it for you. Sometimes she locks you in the house and you're not going anywhere, things like that.
Wow, that was something else.
Yeah.
But how did you balance moving without your siblings? How was it after going through the loss of your mom? Sorry, though. How did you balance it?
It wasn't really easy at first. While I was moving, I still have that picture. While I was moving, I could remember my immediate elder brother. Like, I'm really close to that one. They stood there and they were looking at me while the car was, leaving. So, man, it was so emotional. So sometimes I just start picturing their faces, especially that my immediate elder brother. He was really crying while I was leaving. So sometimes I picture that moment, and man, I break down. So it wasn't easy. I started missing them, and phone wasn't rampant back then. So I was really missing them. Believe me, I really missed them.
So you practically used music to cope, right?
Yeah. Something like that.
That's nice. So how is the career going?
The career is moving on smoothly. We are not there yet at all. But we keep pushing and we keep praying and keep doing the work, because you have to work and you have to pray to make it
balance
balanced.
the equation, right?
Yeah. So you have to do all these things. So we keep pushing it, and we keep hoping that one day our music would really heal souls, because the kind of music I do, I don't just do music.
I was waiting to hear you say that the music will reach the ends of the earth.
Yeah. So
but you said heal souls.
Yeah.
Which means you have a purpose.
Yeah.
Not just to reach the ends of the earth.
I would say I don't just have a purpose, I have a mission.
Okay.
You understand? So
which is to heal souls.
Heal souls.
Wow. That's amazing. How is it going with you?
It's going fine.
You feel you are achieving that?
It's going fine, because last month my music, Count on Me, the music I did for those battling depression, was nominated by We the Best Music US. You understand? So it's
congratulations.
Thank you very much. I posted it on my timeline.
I think I saw that.
It's an award for that kind of music, battling depression, and most of the foreigners outside, as in, like those out there, they battle depression a lot. Although, you know, about 2.16 million persons battle depression
Yeah.
on a daily basis. So I think that was the reason they nominated it, and we are still hoping and praying that
To get to many
to
more
get
persons.
to.
Apart from your musical career,
Yeah.
you said you've done other works. Like what and what?
Okay. Apart from my musical career,
Before you started the affiliate marketing, of course, because I've been seeing that post all over.
okay, okay, wow, okay, I did see that one coming. So I'm also an affiliate marketer.
Yeah, I said apart
I
from that.
I design.
Okay. Uh-huh.
I design. I'm a vocal coach.
Uh-huh.
Um, I think just music business. I do studio arrangements.
Okay.
I write songs like professionally, and I arrange songs. So assuming an artist wants or
A music
to be
lyrics.
arranged,
Yeah,
to
okay.
be arranged or to be written, I offer those services. So I have to develop myself, equip myself with these skills,
To help
since
you.
we are not there yet. You know, me person no
Alright.
begin big. You
Abi.
understand? So that's
Okay,
just
let's
it.
dive into the affiliate marketing. How is
Okay.
it going with you?
It has its up and downs, but it's really going well.
No.
I'm enjoying it. It's really going well.
What is it about? 'Cause
Affiliate
I'm
marketing
curious.
is more of a recommendation business. I recommend this product to you, and when you purchase this product, I will get my percentage
Oh, okay.
from the money used in purchasing the product. So that's how affiliate marketing works.
Okay.
Referral, one can say.
One last question.
Okay.
Though. Of all the things to choose, you chose to be a Christian. There are other musics.
Yeah.
You can do hip hop, you can do R&B, you can. I think that time when I met you at school, right? There was this song we sang. Okay, you initiated the song,
Okay.
Marvin Gaye or something.
Yeah.
At that point, you had other options to choose from. Why Christian music?
Okay, even when I did, I call it sane music.
Sin.
Yeah, sane music.
Okay.
When I did sane music, I noticed I could perform my songs. That was the language then. Perform my songs even in church because
Okay.
of my lyrics. I started right from time. You already know where my songs come from. I started there, and I started writing music that best describes my personality.
They have many music departments,
Okay.
right? So of all the genres, why did you choose Christian music?
Okay. I I started as a church boy
Okay.
from a very young age. So children choir, teen choir, while growing up, it really had a bigger influence. Even when I tried to, break out, do what other persons are doing, you know, that upbringing,
Won't
that
let you.
yeah, it won't let me, believe me, because even when I did other genres of music, the secular part of it, even when I did it, you could tell, because my friends would really say they could tell, from my lifestyle that it's totally different from what I do. Imagine someone singing a love song and you can't really, exhibit that lifestyle. Imagine someone singing I love you in a song. I love you, I love you. Love is love,
Yeah.
you understand? But there are different kinds of love. Now, the exotic kind of love, imagine someone singing it in music, and you are a bit shy to do
To
what,
express yourself.
what you are doing. So I realized that I I had more audience than back in church.
No.
My lyrics were clean, so I could still do my songs back in church. So I realized
And you were happier
Yeah, I
doing it
was
in
happy doing it
church.
in church. So I was like, why wasting my time? Let me just go
And there
back
was
to church.
nothing like peer pressure.
No, no, peer pressure. There was peer pressure. Like pressure was there. Pressure from friends.
We said no.
From they would be like, Emmy C, what are you doing? One was like, guy, if you say you did secular, if you don't blow by now, things like that. Pressure up and down, like everywhere. One would say violence everywhere,
Yeah.
but this is what I want,
Yeah.
and I'm actually happy doing it. So that's the
Would you say,
ultimate.
yeah, it's interesting, but would you say it's the moral that was instilled in you that kept you in church or Christian music?
I think moral has like 70% role to play in it because we were brought up in church.
Okay.
Like we were brought up in church, Sunday school, Sunday service, or more Bible study. Like back then, they know they use and play for my house, so it really instilled that
Value,
foundation.
yeah.
So I couldn't leave it. So
Big out of love or compulsion.
when you start growing, you start making selections of what you like, what you want, what you need.
Yeah.
You understand? So I think no one really. I wasn't cajoled. This
Okay.
is what this is what I want. Like like I want the words that I've been trained, I've been brought up in. I want it to live through me.
Okay.
You understand? That is why I mentioned that my music, my music, my music heals souls.
So
So my music is
you've always had
it's
that passion to
yeah,
heal
to heal
souls.
soul. So that's just it.
That's nice. Well, from that moral aspect of it, would you still say that you regret having such morals, or
No,
but comparing it to this modern day, nobody, I think, let me just say,
yeah.
we all know that we lack morals these days. Would you compare then and now and say that yes, you really enjoyed your childhood or you regret that kind of childhood?
I would say I really enjoyed my childhood.
So you don't feel you missed out
No,
on anything?
I really enjoyed my childhood to some extent. Because why I say to some extent is that most times they will lock you up, you won't leave the house, things like that. It will be like, before we have memory verses there, memorize this verse before I'm coming back.
Yeah.
My auntie will usually say that, memorize this verse before I'm coming back, things like that. Growing up now and looking back, at yesterday, I would be like, man, I don't know what I would have become if it wasn't for my moral upbringing.
Yeah.
So that's just it.
So what would you tell the young parents, people like us now? What advice do you have for us when it comes to child upbringing, like raising children? You said that one of the things she did was to force you to memorize
Yeah.
a Bible verse, and it helped you.
Yeah.
You're enjoying that life. So
I wasn't enjoying it then, no, but now I'm like
you're enjoying
enjoying
it.
the fruits,
Well, what
the
advice
fruits of the labor.
would you give us?
Okay, the ultimate advice I'm going to give to anyone that is watching this stuff now or going to watch it later
Yeah.
is that, man, if you don't raise your kids the right way, you are doing yourself a harm, a major harm, because it's actually a kid that was raised right that would come back to really take care of you.
More like leaving a legacy.
Most things, one of the major things my generation now tend to
Focus
chase
on.
more, focus more on is prosperity, neglecting posterity. You
Okay.
understand? Posterity is everything. You
Can you
understand?
break
So
it down small? We will not go to that
okay,
kind of
okay, like chasing wealth, chasing money. You could see a lot
Okay.
of things happening now. They will say ritual there, Yahoo Plus, or
Yeah.
there. People want to make money.
It has
Now,
actually
now,
become
now,
a
now, now.
norm for them.
You understand? Not that like really deep inside you, inside my heart, I want to make money, but not that I'm not that, you know, desperate to make money. Believe me, sometimes I lack money. I lack money sometimes.
Yeah.
You understand that? That's why I had to indulge in things I
Juggling
do now.
jobs.
You understand? So what people fail to understand is that something you do now can haunt you in future. That is where posterity comes in. Posterity is like, you know, creating a legacy, carving a niche, making a path, like creating a path where your children would tread,
Follow.
would follow. You understand? You know, sometimes we say, how did they even put it again? We will say, ancestors,
Okay, yeah.
ancestors. My ancestors didn't do it right. My ancestors did this, did that. You know, we forget that in few years to come, we too will become ancestors. And if we don't do the right thing now, our children, our future generations,
Generations
they are
will
going
still
to
blame
look
it on
back
us.
and blame us and be like, this person. Even the Bible states that a man that doesn't leave wealth for the children, a man that doesn't make way for the children is a wicked person. You understand? So why live and die and your children will come to, suffer
Yeah,
for
so
what
far.
you. So train them right, you know, the right way. Keep your hands clean in whatever you are doing. That's just it.
Thank you so much.
Thank you
And by
for
the
having
right
me.
way, some of us are forgetting the core values of parents. Let me just use the word parent or parenting. We're forgetting the core values of being a parent and parenting our children. So you made mention of forcing. They don't have to like that thing, right? Because you didn't like it at your
No,
own
I
time.
didn't like it.
Yeah. So we don't have to like. You just have to force it. And with time, they will get used to it like you did, right?
If you start on time to train your kids, you know that if you start on time to take your kids through that route, they won't really see it as, you know, what they are being forced to do.
Okay.
It's like growing up. If someone grows up in church, he sees it as a normal thing. You understand? So it won't really have to be that hard to follow.
Okay. Thank you so much.
Thank you for
All right,
having me.
before you go, you do one thing for me. How do I sing I was saved to save you? It's a freestyle. I was saved to save you. But you need to have an encounter.
Okay, like you're asking me to.
Yeah, you need to freestyle for us now. You can't just come and go. You show us
Okay, I was
one
I
thing.
wasn't expecting it. I thought you wanted to ask me how you want me to like
No,
tell you how
I'm
to
learning
sing.
how to sing.
Okay, I was saved to save you,
Yes.
and
But you need to have an encounter.
I was saved to save you, but you need an encounter. Yeah. I was saved to save you. Wherever you are, you need an encounter with God. Cause
Yes.
He is the way, the truth, and the life. Without Him, we are nothing. Yeah. So I was saved, she was saved to reach out and save you. Thank you very much.
Thank you. That was
I
beautiful.
appreciate it.
Although you were not really in
Yeah,
it as
I was
yourself.
like
But
it was
still
like
cool. Unexpected, right?
impromptu. Seriously, you got me there. Seriously,
But at
and
least,
I was using the key you used to say it.
yes, I
So
know.
if I should choose my own key, it's
Gonna be
it's going to
something
be
else.
different. Yes.
I know, it's okay. We love it.
Thank
Thank you so
very
much for coming
I
by.
appreciate it.
We enjoyed talking with you.
Thank you.
Okay, thank you so much for joining us today. If you're just joining or clicking, you're welcome. And of course, he left some valuable lessons for us to learn. We're trying to unlearn the negative things we know, like I told you earlier, and relearn the core values. For parents, mostly, how to raise your kids. If you're finding it difficult raising your kids, you can only visit one place, the Bible. The internet will not help you, social media will not help you. Of course, Emmy C made mention of a lot of things that helped him while he was growing up. And one of that thing is raise your child They may not like the way you're raising them. You can even force them to do the right thing. At the end, they will have you to thank for till their fifth or fourth generation because you left a legacy. So keep at it and God will bless you. Anyway, we're going to keep it fun till I come your way again. I remain Vivanez.